Welcome, everybody, to the College Basketball Preview Show on the Grueling Truth Sports Network. I'm your host, Mike Goodpaster. Today, we're going to look at a Big Ten battle between the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, who are 14-15, as they take on the Purdue Boilermakers, who are 20-9. Now, the Scarlet Knights lost a close game to the Michigan Wolverines at home last week, but they played very well. They came up short. The Boilermakers posted a home win against UCLA after losing 4 straight games. So, the first time these teams played, Purdue won 68-50, but times were much different back then. Now, Rutgers is seeking the 500 mark. The squad has been competitive the past few weeks, but it's too late in the season to make a difference in the conference standings. Rutgers lost versus Oregon last month and rebounded with a road win against Washington. Next, they collected a home win against USC, and last week, they were hit with a narrow 84-83 loss against Michigan on the road. They were 9-point dogs in that game. The Scarlet Knights are 7-11 in conference play and have covered in 3 of their past 5 games. Dylan Harper has been a huge threat in Big Ten play, collecting at least 20 points in 3 of the past 6 games. The freshman guard scored 25 against USC and has a recorded average of 19.3 points per game this season. Ace Bailey scored 18 in the recent win versus Washington. Now, you've got Lathan Somerville, who scored 17 against Michigan on Thursday. The freshman center has been efficient. Jordan Derrick comes off the bench. Rutgers isn't a terrible team, but they have not lived up to what people really thought they would be this season. Now, the Purdue Boilermakers are targeting a second consecutive win. Purdue has struggled down the stretch. Interior defense has killed them, but they're in decent shape with the 12-6 conference record. They will be in the NCAA tournament. Purdue had recently dropped 4 games in a row with defeats Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Indiana. They ended the slide with that 76-66 home win against UCLA on Friday in a game that had Purdue favored by 6. Trey Kaufman-Renn continues to dominate. The junior forward has surpassed 20 points in 4 of his past 6 games, including 24 against Michigan State. Kaufman-Renn has generated an average of 19.6 points per game on 60% shooting. Braden Smith collected 23 points in the win versus UCLA. The junior guard has been inconsistent recently, though, and he's averaged just 16 points. Fletcher Lawyer, as always, has been solid, collecting 15 or more points in 3 of the past 5 games. Now, this Purdue team is good, but there is a tremendous hole here. Now, could Rutgers take advantage of it? The Scarlet Knights are in the bottom half of the conference standings. They've won just 2 of their past 6 games. The Purdue Boilermakers pelted Rutgers by 18 in the first meeting in Rutgers. Now, Purdue has confidence after beating UCLA on Friday, and this is a big game for Purdue, considering they could possibly climb to 3rd in the Big Ten standings before all's said and done. Furthermore, Rutgers relies on its scoring to win games, but Purdue has better numbers. Rutgers is averaging 116.2 possessions. Yeah, that's compared to 124.1 points per 100 possessions by Purdue. Defensively, the Boilermakers are conceding 5.2 fewer points than 100. 4 of the Boilermakers' past 5 wins have been by 9 or more points. Now, I know 4 of their last 5 games have been losses, which makes this more difficult to predict. 11.5 points is a lot of points, but I'm going to trust Purdue here. I think they match up very good against Rutgers. I don't think Rutgers has the low post power. I mean, they've got 2 stud freshmen that can really get it done. But in the end, I think Purdue's defense and Purdue's home court advantage is too much for Rutgers. I think Purdue covers this game and wins this game somewhere in the area of 85-70. All right, guys, if you're going to follow me, you can follow me on X at Grueling Truth. Make sure if you want to bet on this game, you go to the top sportsbook for betting on college basketball, which is BetMGM. You can click on the link in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and check out thegruelingtruth.com. But for now, guys, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.